Austin Desi podcast. Today, our guest is a very well known person in our community, also who's been advising and guiding and monitoring lot of our fellow community members in terms of financial planning, in terms of portfolio management, and whatnot. So, let's hear it directly from our guest, who is none other than Chandra Madhuri. Uh, Chandu, do you mind if I call you Chandu because that's what I've been
Yeah,
calling you for a long
that's fine.
time?
Absolutely fine. No
Thank
worries.
you. And Chandu, welcome to Austin Desi podcast.
Yeah, first of all, let me thank you for inviting me this Austin podcast. It's a great honor for me to be part of this show, and thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I know we have been talking about getting this interview done from
Hmm.
a long time. So I couldn't be more happier to have you here for this interview,
My
which
pleasure.
has been in the planning mode
Hmm.
for I think a couple of months now, and finally we are executing this.
Right, right. Yeah,
So, are you ready to get started? I'm very excited to be
I'm very excited too.
awesome.
Very excited to talk to the people and the questions we have. So yes, yeah, let's
Awesome.
go.
Awesome. Let's do this. So, Chandu, can you tell us a little bit about what is your business
Hmm.
and why do you do it?
Okay. So my business is all about building the agencies, building the entrepreneurs. So basically, we offer it's a financial services marketing company
Okay.
which offers like real estate, retirement, investments, insurance, estate planning, and all those things under one roof.
Okay.
And also, we work with some most reputed and largest companies in the world today. Basically, a lot of people will be looking for some business opportunities, but they don't have a proper platform
Okay.
to start the business. So we provide a platform, a vehicle, a system, because we have a leadership format system, which helps you to build your own business agency and to become an entrepreneur and to fulfill your dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Chandu, I'm a little curious here,
Mm.
but because I've been talking to you for a
Mm.
long time, we live in the same community.
Right.
You tend to use this word called system a lot of times.
Right. Yeah.
So, can you only talk about what system is so that a layman can understand what you're referring to?
Yes, the system I'm referring to is a leadership format system as a part of this financial business. I need to go back to the history where the Hubert Humphrey is the legend in the financial industry.
Okay.
He already built multiple billion-dollar companies, and the third one is on the way now. So it's called HGI, Hedgeman Group International.
Okay.
We are part of that business group, and we have our own company agencies under that. So basically, he created a platform
Okay.
where all these big financial companies are part of that platform,
Okay.
and he developed a system called leadership format system to help those who come with different backgrounds. Like for
Okay.
example, I came from IT background
Right.
because I don't know anything about financials and how to run the business in financial industry. This system helps you, as I said, like it's a vehicle. This system helps you how to run the business, how to approach, how to
Okay.
contact, how to build your agencies, how to grow your agencies. So this system literally is like a bible, for the in the financial industry. So with all the 40 plus years of experience, he
Mm-hmm.
came up with multiple steps how to do the business and what are the challenges you are facing, you are going to face in the business,
Okay.
how you can solve those.
So this is more like a playbook or a run book or a template that can be used to go from scratch
Right.
to probably a multi-million dollar businessman
Absolutely right.
or multi-million dollar real estate planning.
Absolutely right. Because if you don't have any knowledge in the business, because any business, if you want to start,
Okay.
you need to have some kind of an idea, knowledge, you need to do a lot of research, and then you need to start the business.
Okay.
This business, because he came up with this leadership format system,
Mm-hmm.
which helps you. And also, we have the leaders who guide you, handhold you in all the way to make you a big, better leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Uh, So this brings me to my next question that I'm a little curious about,
Mhm.
because okay, let me probably put that question directly to you. I know you can do this business because you are a very outgoing person.
Mhm.
I know you meet a lot of people. Your network is pretty vast,
Mhm.
at least to the extent that I have seen.
Mhm.
I know you travel for your work a lot.
Mhm.
Recently, you were in Miami, if I'm not wrong, or Florida or
Yeah,
Vegas
yeah, for the conventions,
for the
yes, yeah,
convention.
yeah,
Right, right. I've seen you
mm,
there. I've seen you with a lot of people there.
right.
So my question to you is, can somebody who's a non-social person,
Mhm.
who's probably an introvert,
Mhm.
uh, can they do this business? Is it a good fit for them also?
Yes, this business basically, in fact, any business needs proper mindset.
Okay.
Okay, it's not like whether you are social or introvert or all those things. Okay,
Okay.
if you have that kind of a mindset and commitment to do the business,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is a perfect business what you can do
Okay.
without any risk, because there is no money investment involved in this one. I'm not
Okay.
talking about money potential is a lot of potential is there, but the investment wise we don't need to invest in any amount in this business.
Okay.
The all the investment or commitment what we do is about the time commitment. We need to spend some time
Mm-hmm.
so that you can learn the business and you can grow the business.
Okay.
So it's all about time commitment, and also all about your mindset, entrepreneur mindset,
Okay.
a mindset like businessman mindset.
Okay.
So it's not like you are out more social or anything like that.
Okay.
Obviously we will try,
Mm-hmm.
because we will be having a lot of training sessions going on, and we'll make you a leader so
Okay.
that you will also give a lot of presentations, and we'll bring the inner skill whatever you have
Okay.
so that you can show your potentiality.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that anybody who's probably looking forward to grow themselves, anybody who's currently not working, anybody who's probably on H4 EAD, it's a good fit for them to probably learn and get into this field?
Yes, definitely. See, it's not all about just the business. We also learn a lot of life lessons. You
Okay.
know, one thing I can just say is, whenever they want to do some commitment, if you want to commit for something, people do a lot of research, think about the solutions if something happens, what to do, and then commit.
Right.
But this business showed me, commit first,
Okay.
automatically you will find the solutions, because the effort you put on, because you already committed, the
Okay.
effort you put on will be more, and
Okay.
you will find the solutions. So that is
Makes sense.
that is one thing which I really love in this business. It's all they will give life lessons.
Okay.
We also show you how to grow the business.
Okay.
And when you come to that H4 EADs and dependents and all,
Uh-huh.
yes, definitely H4 EADs they can do,
Okay.
because it's an employment authorization document, right? So you are
Right.
legally working, so you can do that.
Correct.
Even on H1 also they can do, but before doing that they can check with their companies, the lawyers, to make sure that how to proceed further. There are ways
Okay.
even H1s can do the business, because there are few people working on this business as well.
Right.
But it's always better to check with the lawyer to make sure that they can do the business.
So basically, you're saying it is good to do a sanity check before getting into anything,
Yes,
not
yes.
just this business,
Any
but for
business,
anything.
yeah, because
It's
I'm
good
not
to be on a safer side than on a not so safer side.
right, because I'm not a lawyer, so I can't
Correct.
guarantee on that. But there are people who are doing that legally,
Okay.
so there are ways to do that.
Okay.
Better you check with the lawyer to see how they can do the business.
Two quick questions and short questions. Are you doing this full time or part time?
I'm doing full time right now. I joined in this business. I started my business like 4 years back.
Okay.
I started as a part time.
Okay.
I used to work for federal government in
Okay.
IT industry. So I see the potential, because the main reason I went into the full time is by looking at the potential of the business.
Okay.
How did I see the potential? By attending the conventions, as when mentioned, like when see Vegas, Orlando,
Correct.
and all those things. Those are all the conventions we used to have every year, like 2 times. Whenever you attend a convention, you see the big crowd, all
Mm-hmm.
the millionaires and from this industry coming there
Okay.
talking, and you will see it will stretch your vision.
Okay.
So that's how you will see the potential of this business.
Makes
So I
sense.
thought, okay, 3 years is more than sufficient for me to work as a part time.
Okay.
Let's go full time, and I went full time last year August, and I'm happy with my decision. We
Nice.
already
Nice.
have an office here in Cedar Park. So
Okay.
it's really good.
Awesome. So in the span of 4 years, you were there in it for 3 years as a part-time.
Part-time, yes.
Eventually you saw everything that you wanted to see in terms
Right.
of your goals,
Right.
and then you moved to full-time.
Full-time, yes.
So basically what we are trying to say essentially here is this is a good fit for both a part-time and a full-time as well. Depends on your need, depends on your situation, depends how good you are once you get in.
Right. Yeah, definitely. When I started this business, because I already ventured in multiple businesses before, like restaurant, fast food, and all, but none of them yielded good results.
Okay.
It gave me a lot of experience.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
then when I'm looking for something, then I came across this financial business through my friend. And that's how I thought, okay, I don't have much knowledge in finances. This is an opportunity for me to learn more about finances so that I can plan for myself, for my
Okay.
family.
Okay.
That's how I started. And once I started my business and started learning a lot of things, slowly I see the potential of it. So I set like small goals, like, okay, I need to pay, for example, mortgage.
Right.
Okay, all the mortgage has to come through this business. So I set these kind of goals, and slowly I started achieving each and everything, and started setting different goals every year.
Okay.
So
Makes
I'm able
sense.
to achieve that.
Fair enough.
So that's how you, once you enter into the business, you need to have such a kind of goals with attaching a reason for that.
Makes sense.
So that way you can achieve those goals. And now last year I decided to go full time with this one.
Nice. Congratulations on
Thank
that
you
part.
so much. Yeah.
Okay. So Chandu, this is the question that lately I've been asking any person that I'm talking to, because I talk a lot.
Right.
I don't know people like it or not, but yeah.
Definitely. I mean, you are so lovable person. So
So I talk a lot. So, and this is the question that I've been asking a lot of people who are spread across different verticals in terms of businesses. So I'm going to ask you that same question. How does the coming elections impact your business or your line of business? It need not be you individually, but overall for your business. Is it good or is it not so good? Or is it inclined towards a particular party? How do you see these elections?
in my opinion, I don't see any impact of elections in this business, because the business what we do is all about financial planning for a family.
Okay.
Whether what government comes or what are the situation it may be, the requirement for a family is always the same. Okay.
Can I disagree to you for a second? Again, you can correct me if I'm going wrong here. If irrespective of whichever the government comes tomorrow, and they are not able to control the inflation that is going on right now, would it not impact a single family in any ways? Because if the inflation is controlled, probably the spending power would be more. And if the inflation is not controlled, the spending power tends to become a little less. So would it not indirectly at least have an impact on a single family?
Impact in the sense, it's a good way.
Okay.
The reason is, now as economy is not as good,
Okay.
so people are losing some jobs and all those things. So this is an alternative way of earning some money.
Okay.
So even though you are working, the reason why I went part-time is because I want to have some extra money which I can use it for some other purpose.
Okay.
It can be for mortgage payment, or it can be car payment, whatever it may be.
Right.
So you can start your own business, whether you have a job or not. If you have some kind of side income with this business, it's always helpful for you to run your family.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
so as you said, like if inflation is too high and people not able to spend money,
Correct.
this is another alternative to earn money.
Okay. Yeah. In that sense, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that way you can also make some more money, and it's good for the business as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Cool. So I know lately there's a lot of conversation. There's a lot of articles. I've at least read it somewhere. Again, when we read out on Facebook, Twitter, and everything, it is mostly half-baked information or incorrect information, right? It's not true to the 100%
100%.
value.
Maybe, yeah, yeah.
So my question is, what is this GoFund,
Mhm.
and how can we avoid, and for what reason should we avoid?
Yeah, that is one good question you asked, because I want to clarify on that, because nowadays, since last couple of years, I see a lot of GoFunds.
Okay.
The main reason is the family,
Mm-hmm.
usually in our families, husband will maintain all the finances
Correct.
and the wife will take care of the kids and all, right? Spouse, usually.
Usually, yes.
Usually.
Yes, not 100% true, but usually.
Usually, right?
Right.
So, the reason why they go to GoFundMe is if something happens to the husband,
Uh-huh.
okay, for example, and the spouse, wife doesn't know where their money is,
Correct.
in which bank it is there, whether it's in stocks or all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to get that money out,
Mm-hmm.
it may take some time,
Right.
right? So, meantime, how they can, if something happen,
Mm-hmm.
for cremation and all those things, they need like 50,000 something dollars as of now.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they're in a hospital, they need to pay a lot of bills and all those things.
Uh-huh.
So they don't have enough information to get that money or proper planning for them
Okay.
to have that money to pay the bills and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the main reason. And if they have kind of a protection, for example,
Mm-hmm.
protection in the sense insurance, for example,
Right.
they will be having the living benefits. Living
Okay.
benefits in the sense, even though we don't die,
Mm-hmm.
people think that if we die, the beneficiaries will get the insurance amount.
Correct.
But living benefits means even if we are alive,
Mm-hmm.
we are still able to use the death benefit towards our medical bills.
Okay.
That way we can avoid the GoFund.
Okay.
Okay.
No, but what you said is true.
Hmm.
But the question is, why to avoid GoFund? Is it fraud? Or have you experienced anything with GoFund that did not go as expected?
See, it may not be fraud.
Okay.
It may not be fraud because people may be definitely desperately needed the money as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they will go with the friends GoFund. Either the family will go initiate the GoFund or the
Uh-huh.
friends
Correct.
who see the financial situation of the family affected.
Right.
They may go with the GoFund.
Right.
GoFund. Okay. It may not be fraud, but it all comes only because of lack of proper planning.
Okay. Okay.
Lack of proper planning. So
Mm-hmm.
I always suggest people, okay, but do financial planning. How your situation is there.
Okay.
Okay, both wife and husband has to know where their assets are there.
Okay.
Assets, and they have whether they have a kid, house, and all those things. Definitely, they need to have some kind of a protection,
Okay.
so that it will help in this kind of situations.
Makes sense. So I think some takeaways from this point, what you just
Mhm.
mentioned is, one, if you are donating to GoFund,
Mhm.
make sure you know who it is, what it is,
Yes.
just to be safe.
Yes, yes.
Two, if you are a family member,
Mhm.
make sure your significant other
Mhm.
knows what are the assets
Mhm.
and what are the liabilities,
Right.
and
Mhm.
in case some mishap happens,
Mhm.
how to react towards that
Towards
mishap.
that mishap.
So
Right.
basically, that's the takeaway. Am I right on that?
That's right. Absolutely
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. That
Mhm.
that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
I personally did not have visibility
Mhm.
to this extent,
Mhm.
to be very frank. But yeah, it's good to know and learn from you actually. So
Definitely.
thank you for that.
Mhm.
So I think my next question is, this is something that I do read here and there. I have also noticed this term on your business card.
Mhm.
So I'd want you to talk a little more about this. What is estate planning?
Estate planning.
Like,
Okay.
I just don't want the definition because I
Mhm.
know by definition,
Mhm.
but if you could talk and dig down a little deeper,
Mhm.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, estate planning means basically we need to plan if we have a family, kids, and all those things. So if something happens to me,
Mm-hmm.
how I can transfer my assets, legacy, everything for my family, kids, and all those things.
Okay.
This comes under the estate planning. So under
Okay.
estate planning, we will be having the will and trust.
Okay.
We will be having general power of attorney, HIPAA, medical power of attorney, and all those things.
Okay.
Okay. So also there is a limit on transferring the assets
Okay.
to our kids as well. So
Okay.
yeah, so there
Okay.
is a limitation. If it cross that limitation, we need to pay like almost 40% tax on top of it.
Okay.
So how we can make sure that all the whatever the assets we have, how we can transfer, preserve our wealth as well.
Okay.
These are all comes under the estate planning.
Okay.
So main important thing is the will and trust.
Okay.
Yeah, that is one more important thing. Will and trust is all about about if you have a minor kids,
Uh-huh.
if something happens to the parents,
Okay.
who is going to take care of the kids?
Okay.
So in US, the law is you need to have a will.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have mentioned the guardians.
Okay.
Then only if something happens to the parents. Once the kids are under the police custody, if the guardians show their will and all the documents,
Mm-hmm.
they will release the kid to the guardians. If not, they will be
Oh.
sent to foster homes.
Okay. Okay.
And they will not be handed over to either the grandparents
Okay.
or in-laws or siblings or anybody.
Okay.
So that's the reason why will is very important if you have the minor kids.
Now I understand why a lot of people, even in their 30s
Mhm.
or 40s, are going ahead and planning their will and trust.
Right.
Earlier, I had the thought, because at least from my childhood,
Mhm.
or when I was in my early 20s,
Mhm.
I've always heard this term of will and trust to someone who's 50 and above,
Right.
to someone who's 60 and above. And when I moved here, I started hearing this often from somebody who's just 30
Right.
or 35.
Mhm.
And I've never understood the actual definition here, unless you told me, where the kids would actually be handed over to guardians
Right.
only if you
If they
have a
have
will
will,
and
if they have
trust.
a will, yes.
And if you don't, the kids go to the
Foster
foster
homes.
foster homes.
Yeah.
And there is no way to get the kids
No way.
back.
No way. No way you're going to get the kids back. And
Oh.
it happened. I mean, I saw a live example when I was working in Illinois. So there is a family who met with an accident and all.
Okay.
Their kids sent to foster homes, and they
Okay.
don't have a will at the time.
Okay.
And and they were somebody adopted them, and they
Oh.
completely a distance from their family.
Okay.
So that's it's a tragic situation happens, and there are few many cases as well.
Okay.
And recently, last couple of years back, something happened in Dallas as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there are many cases happening after COVID. Particularly, you will see a lot of heart attacks in at age of 30, early 30s.
Okay.
So writing will in India it's different because
Okay.
it comes under hereditary. India
Okay.
rules are different.
Okay.
But in US, it doesn't matter at what age you are. It's always better if you have a family, if you have a house, you need to have a will, you need
Okay.
to have a trust, you have a property and all those things. And
Awesome.
trust is all about your assets.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Okay. And you can help any family to do this paperwork.
Yes, yes, I can help with that.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
So in that case, probably I would not probably, let me take that word back. I will ensure that we have your details
Mhm.
under this video
Yes.
in terms of your name, how to reach out to you, your
Mhm.
phone number, your email ID. This would be a very, very essential and beneficial
Right.
to the community members
Yeah, definitely.
to
Yeah.
reach out to you, at least not in terms of the commercial purpose, but at least in terms of awareness.
Awareness. Yeah.
Right?
A lot of people wants to do that, but many people doesn't know the proper channel how to do that.
Correct.
So yeah, definitely it doesn't take much time. People think that we need to go to lawyer. It will take a couple of weeks, months, or something like that. But no, it's not. It's everything can be done online,
Okay.
and it's pretty quick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And sorry, how much time would this take from start to the end to get
We
this
can
done?
complete in weekend. One weekend.
One weekend you can
Yeah,
complete.
One weekend you can complete.
Okay, then I think we'd highly encourage our viewers to maybe skip a weekend going out and eating and
Yes.
drinking,
Yes, yes.
and rather put this on will and trust,
Right.
so that you can enjoy rest of your life.
Right. Yeah, and it doesn't cost much as well. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think those are some great insights, Chandu. So maybe we are driving a little more towards financial stuff. So what, according to you, are the financial things that a family needs in terms of planning? I'd want you to elaborate this in terms of value, that is numbers.
Right.
Also in terms of the age factor, also in terms of the geographical factor, because now we are spread across everywhere.
Right. Right.
We are here, parents are back in India. We also sometimes have a thought of moving back. So if you could take those bit by bit and talk
Mhm.
a little more, that'd be helpful.
Sure, definitely. If I miss anything, just
Sure.
remind me. Okay. So first thing for any family when it comes to finances, okay, in India it's a different story. As I said, in US at least, we need to have a proper planning for retirement. Okay,
Right.
retirement. If you are going to retire here, you need to have a proper planning
Mm-hmm.
because that costs you a lot because you are not earning any money there.
Right.
So all everything is you need to spend it. So how much money you have in your retirement plan, that is one thing very important. And protection.
Okay.
Okay. So what if something happens to me now?
Mm-hmm.
How my family can survive for next 20-25 years?
Okay.
We need to think about that. That is the most important thing.
Okay.
Okay. And then emergency funds.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if I lose a job,
Right.
how I can survive for next 6 months if I don't get a job?
Okay.
So we need to have some emergency funds.
Okay.
And if you have any debts, we need to clear up those debts.
Okay.
And then investments. So
Mm.
this has to be this kind of a structure.
Okay.
But usually people, first they will do is if they have money, they will try to invest somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So and protection comes at the end,
Okay.
but it has to be the other way around. Protection should be always the first
Always on the priority
on the
list.
priority list.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Makes
should be
sense.
always because the life we are living is for our family, for us, and for our family.
Makes
So
sense.
we need to make sure our family is always protected.
Okay.
So that is one thing. And we also we will do financial need analysis called
Mm-hmm.
FNA for every client.
Okay.
So what we do is it's like a if you go to a doctor for annual checkup,
Mm-hmm.
they will do all the checkups, blood work, and all those things, and see if there is any deficiency or if there is any medication needs to be done
Mm-hmm.
prescribed. They will do all those things, right?
Right.
Similarly, we will also do this financial need analysis, get all the information from the client, like
Right.
how much they are contributing in 401k, if they have, whether it's a Roth or traditional, or if they have a proper insurance, or and all, how many kids are there,
Okay.
and how old are they, and when they are going to college,
Okay.
and how much money they need to spend on college, at what year,
Okay.
which year, and by the time they retire, how much money they need to have.
Mm-hmm.
So we will give a roadmap till 85 years.
Mm-hmm.
Once we do all the financial aid analysis, we will give roadmap till 85 years,
Okay.
and based on the investments how they do, whether they are investing in tax-free growth
Mm-hmm.
products, or are they paying more taxes now.
Okay.
So those kind of things, based on the savings what they have, or based on the investments what they are doing currently,
Mm-hmm.
we will provide some solutions so that they can achieve the goals what we have put. When we do financial aid analysis,
Okay.
as I said, like for example, if you have a kid age 10,
Okay.
in another 8 years they may go to college.
Right.
So in next 8 years you need to have, for example, 40k per annum.
Right.
So you need to have that kind of a saving. So how we can achieve all those things?
Okay.
So those are all the goals,
Okay.
based on the investments what you have, based on the savings what you have, how you can achieve all those goals. So we will provide those kind of solutions.
So one short question. I know we have mentioned this a multiple times about
Mhm.
family, family, family.
Mm.
So is this equally important to somebody who's single?
Mhm.
And how is this different from somebody who's married
Mhm.
and married with kids
Mhm.
and probably who's in 20s or 30s? So what factor plays in more priority compared to others?
When you are young
Uh-huh.
and earning,
Mm.
okay, that's called wealth growth phase.
Okay.
So till retirement, or till your kids go to the college,
Okay.
you need to earn money and you
Mm-hmm.
need to grow your money
Okay.
so that you can spend that money for your kids' college or retirement and all those things,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you are young, it's always better to have these kind of products where you can grow your money, you have
Mm-hmm.
protection, everything. The reason is once you grow older, like 40s, 45,
Uh-huh.
I don't say it's too late in the game, but if, for example, if you want to take an insurance,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you need to pay more premium for less death benefit. The reason is
Okay.
because you are older, you may be prone to your hereditary diseases,
Mm-hmm.
and all these factors come into picture.
Okay.
So you may end up paying more money
Mm-hmm.
for the less benefit. So
Okay.
when you are young, and also there are like cash value growth policies kind of thing.
Okay.
When you are young,
Mm-hmm.
when the premium is low,
Mm-hmm.
you are also giving enough time for the money what we have to
Okay.
grow,
Okay.
because you are very young.
Makes
You
sense.
need this for your either retirement income, or you can use it for bills or whatever it may be.
Okay.
So you are giving enough time for that to growth as well. So it's always better to start any these kind of thing, any kind of products or solutions, policies, whatever it may be,
Okay.
when you are young.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a kids, it doesn't matter whether you are single or not, married, or where kids or not.
Uh-huh.
These are all the common things which definitely in every family everybody needs,
Right.
because if there are dependents on that particular person, you
Mm-hmm.
always need all those things. So
Makes
we have to
sense.
do that.
Awesome. Awesome. Ah. So I think we have in this span we
Mhm.
have spoken about a lot of different things,
Mhm.
like estate planning, will,
Mm.
trust, your business, how to start this business, how to be in this business for a part time,
Mhm.
how to end up converting to full time,
Okay, right.
and so many things.
Mhm.
And you also mentioned you are available either just for consulting
Mhm.
to create awareness in the
Awareness.
community,
Right.
or probably to sit and talk business,
Business, yes.
because these are two different things.
Yes, business opportunity is different, where we can
Correct.
provide you the business opportunity. Yes,
Right.
yes, yes, yeah.
So on one end,
Mhm.
somebody could just call you and say, hey, I need help to understand this better.
Mhm.
On the other end, there might be an entrepreneur in the market who would
Mhm.
be saying, hey, Chandu,
Mhm.
I'd probably want to sit on a table with you and talk business.
Yes,
So you are either way available in both the scenarios.
yes, yes.
So what is the best way somebody could reach out to you? That's my last question to you.
Okay, yeah. The best way is, as I said, like you have my business card, and it's there in the description.
Right.
So it has all my contact details and all those things.
Awesome.
Those they can just give me a call or send me an email,
Awesome.
and I can schedule a meeting, and we can go through the requirement what the client is having.
Awesome.
Whether it
Awesome.
can be a business or it can be business opportunity.
Well,
So
amazing, amazing. I think I'm very uh, happy
me too.
doing this interview with you, because it not only helped me finish an episode, but it also helped me understand a little more, and maybe I would be the first few people who would give you a call asking, hey Chandu,
Mhm.
I think I might need help from you, because this is something that I've never done, to be very frank.
Right.
So maybe I'd be one of those few people who would take the weekend out
Mhm.
and sit with you to plan plan the will and plan the trust, because I know living in this uncertain world,
Mhm.
uh, anything cannot be predicted,
Right.
and anything does not go the way you expect it to go,
Right.
right? So Chandu, before I say thank you
Mhm.
for coming and giving this interview,
Mhm.
do you have any questions for me?
I mean, it's very nice talking to you, and you are great MC. I know you are interviewer and all, so I really love. I follow you in Instagram, and I see all the podcasts and all.
Okay.
It's really honor for me to be part
Thank
of your
you.
podcast.
Thank you.
And one thing I just want to conclude with my statement about this business. Uh, See, once we provide a solution for the client,
Mm-hmm.
and the client come back and says, "Thank you so much for your help,"
Uh-huh.
that gives you a lot of satisfaction, because nowhere you get in that in any business you will get this kind of thing,
True. True.
because we are helping a family.
True.
Either it can be if they loss in the family, or it can be if they are investing in wrong way and losing the money, and we
Right.
are putting the right track, whatever it may be.
Right.
That satisfaction what we get by serving the people,
Mm-hmm.
it really gives me a lot of pleasure, and gives
Awesome.
satisfaction for me.
I think I'd want to add one thing on top of
Mhm.
what you said. I think that thank you that we receive
Mhm.
from the client
Mhm.
is not just for that event,
Right.
but rather it is for the rest of the
Rest
life.
of life, yes,
Right?
yes.
Because probably you were available to them when nobody else was available.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So I think that's an unforgettable event
Mhm.
until you live.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. So Chandu, once again, thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming and
much.
joining this interview.
Thank you.
Love talking to you, and I wish you all the very
Same
best.
with you.
And like I said, many more connects to go. So thank you
Sure,
so
thank
much
you
for
so much.
coming.